The Mahaica-Myconia-Bari Agriculture Development Authority, MMA-ADA, has been given a shot in the arm with the commissioning of two brand new long-reach excavators and a heavy-duty tractor acquired under its capital investment program for 2022. The three pieces of equipment, commissioned Friday by Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa, were acquired at a cost of $91 million and comes as the MMA-ADA is set to begin ramping up its work in expanding the available lands for agriculture in the scheme. Speaking at the commissioning ceremony, the Agriculture Minister said that just as a carpenter's level of efficiency is dependent on having the right tools to do the specific jobs, so too is the case with the MMA, which for years had been starved of the machinery and equipment it so desperately needed to execute its mandate. Minister Mustafa stressed that government recognizes the importance of the agriculture sector to food security not only for us as a nation, but to the Caribbean region as well.
That is why we recognize the importance of the agriculture sector for food security. And when we talk about agriculture, we don't only mean rice or cash crop. That is why I'm mentioning all the products and produce coming out of the agriculture sector. And we will continue to develop it. We have moved, and we must recognize also as farmers what the government has been doing. Because we have moved the production of seed paddy in this region from 3,000 bags when we took over about 18 months ago to 30,000 bags last year. 30,000 bags producing right here in Region 5. And this year, we will be expending another $55 million to improve the rice processing facilities, the seed paddy facility, where we'll have increase it to roughly about 60,000 bags that will produce right here in Region 5. The capacity in Region 5 is about 108,000 bags. And our aim before the next 3 years from now, that Region 5 must produce all its seed paddy needs right here in Region 5. So you could see how we're moving it within 18 months. We'll move it from 3,000 bags to about 60,000 bags. And that shows our commitment to this sector.
Apart from the purchase of machinery and equipment for the scheme, Minister Mustafa explained that the government has also been working on modernizing the systems under which the agriculture sector is managed. This, he said, would accelerate the pace at which new lands are made available for agriculture development.
Besides the machinery that we have been purchasing, we are also looking to modernize the system that we have here. We have already purchased a drone for the scheme to do surveying some area that you can't go. We are looking to map the area, GIS system, so that we can know where lands are available, who are using which land, so that we can go on our computer and see what is happening to various parts. That's the way we want to do it. We are looking at places like Van Better. We are looking at places like Horstelling to improve the infrastructure to develop more lands for you, the farmers, in Region 5.
The Agriculture Minister also took the opportunity to assure rice farmers in West Berbice, who have not yet received their flood relief monies, that this would soon be forthcoming.
This year, we have seen our rice production. Last year, we would have suffered severely with the floods. You know for a fact that many of you all have suffered and lost a lot of crops in terms of rice, cash crop, and also livestock. I want to tell those persons who have not received their flood relief as yet, they will receive it. We are working for them to receive it. Right? And I'm very optimistic that before August, and that is a long time, I am hoping long before that, the Minister of Finance and myself, we are working, we have the President have instructed us to get this matter resolved as soon as possible. And not only in Region 5, but other regions. We have had a number of persons who claim that they have not received their flood relief, while there are people who have received theirs already, right? So I want to assure you. But we have seen from the time the flood started last year in May, June, we have done a lot of work across this country to improve our DNI system. That is why we are purchasing these machinery so that we can have our DNI, a more reliable DNI system in place. We know for a fact that the system that we have is capable of only draining so much water in a 24-hour period. That is why we want us to put system in place where we'll be purchasing more pumps. This year we'll be purchasing another 40 sets of pumps to go to different parts of the country, and your region here will have new pumps too. Trafalgar will have is in the process of having a new pump there. So we are putting these systems in place to be more reliable for you, because we have to set the infrastructure so that you, the farmers, can have good and reliable system. We don't want to suffer the consequences that we have suffered last year. That is why we are constantly working to improve the system.
Speaking to the efforts of the nation's rice farmers for the first crop this year, Minister Mustafa disclosed that 197,000 acres of rice was cultivated nationally, and despite the many challenges faced by rice farmers, there has been a steady increase in the yields per acre, with some farmers reporting as much as 55 bags per acre, moving the national average from 39 bags per acre last year to just over 43 bags per acre this year.
This year we have sown almost 197,000 acres of rice across this country. And over the last 18 months we have seen the increase in yields per acre too. The national yield have moved nationally now almost from 39 bags per acre. Some area people are getting as close as 55 bags, 50 bags per acres. And when you look at the national average, it's about 42, 43 bags per acres. These things will help farmers to get more monies in their pocket. And it will help us to get more revenue in the country.
The Agriculture Minister explained that the increases in yields per acre is a critical factor in mitigating against the rising cost of inputs, such as fertilizer, as it is only through increasing production and productivity that an economic balance can be achieved. In closing, Minister Mustafa once again assured those gathered of government's commitment to the agriculture sector and of making the necessary resources available to facilitate and advance the efforts of farmers.
You rest assured that this government will continue to support you. Our government will continue to make the necessary investment. And let me tell you something, the President, the Vice President, and the entire Cabinet have your interests at heart to ensure that we develop this sector. We cannot neglect this sector, because when we neglect this sector, for years to come we'll suffer. So what we are doing now, we are using monies to invest in this sector to make it more resilient, to make it more strong, to make this sector more productive. That we are doing now. And the opportunities for agriculture in Guyana will be tremendous. Because if we have to reduce, if we are working as a lead country in CARICOM to reduce the food import bill by 25% in another 3 years in 2025, that means Guyana will have to play the most important role in the Caribbean. And for us to play the most important role, you, the farmers, will have to be more productive to increase your production. And I am very, very sure with the support that we'll give you, with the investment that we'll be making, and the investment that we are making now, we will ensure that this sector deliver not only for Guyana, but deliver regionally. Today I am very happy that we are commissioning these machinery. I want to implore on management to ensure they use it properly, use it with care, because it's all of us money spent to purchase these machines. And sometimes our machines are being abused. Sometimes we are not getting the true value sometimes for it when they go to work. So what I am advising that the management must work together with the farmers. Let us have consensus decision. Let the board be part of it so that we can take good care of the machine and we can utilize the machine to the benefit of the entire scheme.
Minister Mustafa, along with senior regional officials, later participated in the ribbon cutting and christening of the new machinery.